Think of it like catching a dragonfly, you see it and you go for it. Don't treat the ball like a bee, flinching and trying to dodge it as if you're afraid of getting stung. Today, let's break down the footwork for serve-receive, starting with the ready stance. There are two main types of ready stances for receiving. I personally use an angled stance. This doesn't necessarily mean I take middle serves with my forehand. It's just a habit I've developed since I was young. For players with a two-winged attack, a parallel stance is generally recommended. For players who are forehand dominant, an angled stance with the left foot forward is better. The second key point is weight distribution. In this stance, is your weight on your left or right foot? Let's try putting the weight on the left foot and receiving a short forehand serve. Now let's try with the weight on the right foot, again with a short forehand serve. If you plant your weight on your right leg, your forehand movement will be restricted, making your initial step much slower. So, even with the right foot on the ground, your weight should be about 70% on the left leg and 30% on the right. This allows for more agile footwork. Even for a standard backhand loop, the weight starts on the left leg and transfers to the right upon moving to the middle. Don't start with the weight on the right, as you need to cover your forehand. Now for our third point. For a parallel stance, to better protect your forehand, I recommend opening up your hips, shoulders, knees, and toes, rather than keeping them square to the table. Your body shouldn't be facing straight forward, nor completely sideways. Aim for a 45-degree angle, with your knees and toes pointing slightly out. This is to protect the forehand side. Often, when a player can't react to a long forehand serve, it's an issue with their ready stance. When I'm ready, my body is opened up towards my right side. If a serve comes to my forehand, it's easy to step across. If your body is too tense and square, you'll get jammed on forehand serves. The fourth aspect is your body posture during preparation. In professional matches, we get very low. Why do we get low? To read the ball more accurately. Now, the camera is at my eye level when I stand upright. Can you tell which of these two serves is side spin backspin? The first serve and the second. They look very similar, right? From an upright view, the ball seems fast and the trajectory is very low. The camera is now at eye level while I'm staying low. Watch the same serves again. Which is topspin and which is backspin? The first and the second. The second is backspin. We don't stay low the entire time. We get low to read the serve, then rise up to execute the shot. Getting low is crucial for reading the ball's trajectory. We're primarily focused on the ball's arc after it bounces on the opponent's side. A trajectory like this is definitely backspin. A serve that shoots forward with a high initial speed is almost certainly a topspin variation. Furthermore, it's not enough to know it's side backspin, we must also judge how much it kicks down after the bounce. This determines how much we need to brush the ball. For example, I'll serve two balls. Which one has more spin? The first or the second? Of course, the first one. When I see a heavy spin trajectory, I know I need to add more safety margin to my shot. Under pressure in a match, your hands get tense, and the difference in trajectories between your serves will become more pronounced. Therefore, reading the trajectory is more reliable than trying to read the contact point of a tricky server. No matter how deceptive the server's motion is, the ball's trajectory doesn't lie. Is there topspin or backspin on this one? This is clearly backspin. So, we always get low to read the arc, then rise to meet the ball. This is a transfer of your center of gravity. If you stay low, there's no weight transfer, so you can't use your body weight to control the ball's arc. I get low as I prepare, rise, and lower my body again to execute a push. Only with this up and down movement can you use your body weight to press down on the ball. Staying static, whether upright or low, means no weight transfer, which negates your ability to use your body to control the shot. You must rise to fall, and you must coil to explode. Why do many elite players start to rise before the opponent even contacts the ball? Because they can anticipate the spin. Let me demonstrate. Backspin. Topspin. Whether you serve sidespin topspin or sidespin backspin, I can see it before your racket even hits the ball. This is because the backswing motion itself reveals the spin. This motion is for topspin, and this one is for backspin. An expert player is highly sensitive and has seen countless serves, allowing them to instantly recognize the spin without waiting to see the ball's flight. Regarding your stance position, your left foot should align with the sideline. Many players stand too close to the center to protect their forehand, which leaves them vulnerable to a deep side backspin serve to their backhand corner. So, I lock my left foot in line with the sideline, but slightly back. My right foot is positioned near the center line. This wide stance is necessary to cover both short balls and wide forehands. Next is hand position. Your ready position should always prepare for a topspin ball. Easily adjust for backspin if needed. However, some players set their racket angle for backspin during their ready position. This way, when a fast topspin serve comes, they don't have time to adjust. Not only should you prepare for topspin, but your racket must be in a central position. Some players hold it on their backhand side, and they're lost when a serve goes to the forehand. Others hold it on the forehand side and are caught off guard by a backhand serve. Your racket should be positioned in the center, not favoring either side. Keep it in front of your body and over the table to be ready for short serves. For instance, if a short serve comes to my forehand, even if I'm preparing for a loop, I can still react in time to play a short ball. Always be prepared for the short ball. Keep your hand over the table with the racket tip pointing forward. This way, you can effectively control any serve, regardless of its placement. Never let the speed or urgency of the opponent's serve cause you to instinctively back away. That's the worst thing you can do, as you'll lose your position. You cannot retreat. If the ball is fast, use a smaller stroke. But do not back away from the ball. Players who shy away from the ball will struggle to improve. You must be proactive in solving the problem. When you see a spinny serve, you should feel excited for the challenge. The more you shy away, the slower your reactions and anticipation will become. Everyone misreads serves sometimes, including me. But it's crucial to understand why you made the mistake. For example, if I miss a long, side backspin serve to my middle, it's a failure of my weight transfer and footwork. The next time that serve comes, I have two plans. Plan A, if I can, I'll use my footwork to get around the ball and use my forehand. Plan B, if I lack that ability, I'll handle the middle ball with my backhand, stepping in with my right foot to execute a loop. You must have a game plan for receiving. When you miss a serve, you must immediately think about how you will handle it the next time it comes to that spot. Because serves vary by placement, spin, and trajectory. So, after any mistake, you must stay mentally sharp and decide your next move. For example, if I loop a backhand side backspin serve into the net, next time I'll push it. If the push fails, next time I'll flick it. If the flick fails, I'll step around for a forehand. Or, I'll adjust my pushing technique. This is all part of gaining experience. One more thing, when receiving, the mindset of an expert is different. Amateurs are often passive and slow to react, while experts are active and quick. You must have intense focus and watch the opponent's serve with your full attention. No shot in the game, not even defending a powerful loop, is as challenging as receiving a deceptive serve. You must focus all your attention on their racket. Get yourself into an excited, alert state. Eagerly anticipate the ball, see the contact point, and pounce on it. Right now, most of you are in a passive state, reacting only when the ball is almost on top of you. Next time you receive serve, try changing your mindset. Adopt an active mindset. Think of it like catching a dragonfly, you see it and you go for it. Don't treat the ball like a bee, flinching and trying to dodge it as if you're afraid of getting stung. Treat every receive as an opportunity to actively intercept the ball. This mental shift will make a huge difference. For those of you who miss a lot of serves, if this sounds like you, stop using so much power. When you try to use power, it places a high demand on your body's coordination. Use less than 50% power for all your shots, pushes, loops, and blocks. The rest is all about getting your feet in position. I'm using a soft touch, about 50% effort, just to push the ball on the table and find my timing. My hand is very soft, no power. The priority is to get my body in sync with the rhythm of the ball. Slow down. Don't just see the ball and immediately try to hit it hard. If you haven't even read the spin, swinging for power is just blind gambling. Always keep your hand relaxed, using less than 50% power. Focus first on getting your body and hand into the correct position and locking in the timing. For a topspin ball, lift it. For a fast ball, block it. For a backspin ball, push it softly. Prioritize a soft, slow hand action first. Then, let your feet and hands be the first to react. Let your body and center of gravity find the ball first to establish the correct contact point. Gradually, once your body positioning and weight transfer are correct and you can get into position early, then you can start adding quality to the shot. The common problem is being out of position with poor balance while still trying to use full power. Of course, your consistency will be low. You first need to build a system of confidence for your serve-receive. Otherwise, you'll always feel nervous in this part of the game. Nervousness naturally leads to a desire to gamble on risky shots. Instead, as you get better at tracking the ball, you can gradually add more quality. For instance, once my receive is stable, I can add a bit more quality on top of that foundation. Once I can add quality, I can then focus on adding placement. So, what you should be practicing now is creating a good environment for your shot. Use your footwork and body weight to find the most comfortable hitting position. When your positioning is comfortable, your hand will move naturally. It becomes a conditioned reflex.